The items that I used for this makeup include Elmer's glue, white and black ruby red face paint. The stuff is hypoallergenic and safe to use, but it comes off very easily with water. Matte eyeshadow, black or brown eyeliner, a bunch of different sized brushes, a sponge, and a bit of water. Check the description below for all these items. Because I'm not placing Asriel's eyebrows on my own, I need to hide my eyebrows. For this I use Elmer's glue. A glue stick is better because it creates a smooth layer on top of your eyebrows and doesn't flake up. I've seen some people use nose and scar wax for this as well. Take the sponge and wet it with a bit of water. Don't let it soak up too much, or else you'll make the mistake I did and dilute the white base. If you've done goofed, then you can always wait for your face to dry your face paint, and reapply in layers. The sponge worked for covering most of my face, but I didn't like the texture it left, so I took a large brush and reapplied white lightly over the base. This helped to smooth out the porous texture the previous white left behind. Some recommend to seal the face paint base with some clear powder, but I was too lazy and I didn't have any, so I skipped that part. If you're wearing this for a while, you might want that extra layer to seal it. Because I always have to draw guidelines when I draw, or else I'll mess everything up, I always lightly sketch out my lines in eyeliner before I start applying real border lines. Draw in the borders of the fangs and mouth. If you mess up, you can always smear it away or cover it with white face paint. Draw in the borders for the eyes and eyebrows. Eyebrows really defines an expression. The only issue with forcing an expression on your makeup is that it's hard to break out of that emotion. You'll be filling in these borders later. Asriel's sprite has these little sad eye lines near his cheeks. I interpreted them sort of like downward eyelashes. I have some funky eyelids, so I usually draw on fake eyelids above my own, just to reinforce the softened look. Now it's time to fill in your lines. Take a small wet brush and wipe it on your black face paint. You want the paint to be kinda goopy, but not watercolory. More viscous means more opacity. You can also use black cream eyeliner or liquid eyeliner for this process as well, if you don't have black face paint. Liquid eyeliner causes my skin to swell up, so I don't touch the stuff. Just like the white, you can always go back and relayer for more opacity. Most call it done here, but given my goal is to add a realistic flair, I shall continue. Take a brush, platypus brush works best, and some matte black eyeshadow and lightly dab around the areas that would normally be shaded around the teeth and around the bridge of the nose and around the eyelids and cheeks. It's okay if it's a little blotchy, we'll be covering it up later. Making everything in black and white can make the face seem a little dull and flat, so it's time to add a bit of color. Take your pink matte eyeshadow and begin to shade around the nose and upper cheek area. This will help accentuate Asriel's baby goat nose and round cheeks. You can also add a bit around the eyes and lips just to add a bit more life to the character. This is where stylization can come into play. Asriel's a little goat monster boy, so I'm pretty sure he has fur. Thus we'll be adding the texture of fur. Take the thinnest brush that you have and white face paint in a small slashing motion, paint on the fur in the direction that fur typically sits on the face. Howdy! After some last touch-ups, it's time to put on the wig. I don't have any goat ears at the moment, so I just took 2 folded pieces of white cloth and shoved them in my wig. Meh, close enough. If you have some green or red eye contacts, you can pop those in for extra effect. I know there's been some light debates on what Asriel's eye color is, so you have some freedom there. And there you have it. Thank you for sticking with me through the video. Feel free to comment, share, and subscribe for more cosplay, Undertale, and comic-related content.